There is a biological woman who had gone through a pretty impressive and beautiful detransitioning story. She is someone who went from being a biological woman, transitioning into a man, and then transitioning back into a woman. And she had quite a bit of a story to tell. So this is my video response to that, and this is a video from 3 weeks ago, and she's okay now. She's going to school as for nursing, and she's actually doing pretty well for someone in spite of the odds. And it's like, yeah, it's very impressive. And I don't mean to like approach detransition stories as if I have a bit of my own agenda, but I've been pretty respectful for the Jack's gay story last time, so I think I could approach this one a little better as well. And if I offend anyone, I'm sorry, but this is my input on that. In the book Love and Math by some European author who had his own impressive mathematics story when he was growing up in the 20th century. This mathematician uh, apprentice had all these mentor figures who luckily got him introduced into Russian. Actually, I think he's a Russian tutor, but like all these Russian academias where he wasn't allowed into his dream school for math. And this is relevant to the transition, so I'll get to that in a second. Uh, where he basically had all these opportunities given to him in spite of his setbacks from learning mathematics and his love and appreciation for the skill and the ability and all the wonders of it. And there is something I'm probably going to butcher real quickly. Complementary symmetry. It's one of the phrases he uses to describe one of the very first lessons in the book to get used to the idea of not only appreciating math but seeing the wonder and beauty in its complexion. In complementary symmetry, this is basically why I used to call you reposition 4 in my own philosophies, abstract philosophy. In complementary symmetry, you basically have a degree of a round table or a round square. Let's just go with the round table, for example, because he used this example. A round table, and if you implement an angle going around it clockwise or counterclockwise, that you then repeat that same, let's just call it a symmetrical angle or common angle, and you repeat that certain angle certain degree of times, like maybe like 90 by 180, and then go another 90. It basically repeated 180 by itself, so you technically don't even need in the 90s, even though it happened 3 times. And would you say that those angles are pointless? Or would they rather add a certain extraordinary phenomenon that, yes, you literally moved it 3 times, but if it only counted for one single movement of 180 degrees, or 360 degrees, I guess I butchered that math too. That's all. There's a big wonder to this. It's a mystery. It's like it makes sense mathematically on a concrete founding, but it is still a very beautiful thing. And this is the same concept I would like to drag into the HRT detransitioning stories of people who became transgender, and like Casey. And my stance is that it doesn't matter what you do, you will always learn from it. In this very solid example, there is a foundation of what will or will not work for you, but depending on the person. But I think it's important to understand that just because the advancements seem invisible, things that you do may seem pointless or reversed for the wrong reason, it doesn't mean that it was in vain. There's a reason that these things happen. If you hear all the time everything happens for a reason, there's a reason for that. And that's why I have huge and mad respect for these people who actually have gone through these stories. It doesn't have to be remotely or strictly about detransitioning, but it's the idea that these people understand more about themselves in spite of the setbacks and the drawbacks, knowing who they are without who or what they've done.